Good morning, students. Let's talk about the review for the final exam. Okay, the exam will be on June 9th, and I will go through some of the questions on this, which is very similar to the multiple choice section that you'll see on the exam. And number one, you're graphing a square root function. That one actually happens to be the parent function. Just a reminder, the parent function goes to the vertex 0, 0, and it goes to the perfect squares 0, 1, 4, 9. So these are the points of the parent square root function. If you're looking at the graphs, they all have the same shape, but the correct one is A or C. A is incorrect because they didn't describe the domain and the range correctly. X and Y values are both positive. One will be C. Number two is also a square root function. However, they rearranged it so that it is transformed. It is translated to the right 4 and down 5. So the new vertex is going to be at 4, -5. If you look at these pictures, the only one that has a starting point at 4, -5 is B and C. However, C, they flipped the direction of the range, but it's still going to be values greater than -5. So the correct answer for that is B. Okay. Number three is not a square root function anymore. It is a cube root function. So just as a reminder, when you have a cube root function, the domain and range are both all real numbers because you can take a cube root of positive numbers and you can take a cube root of negative numbers as well. So here is the parent table for a cube root function. It looks something like this. Domain, all real numbers. Range, all real numbers. The correct choice, well, no, they did two transformations. It looks like it is being translated to the left 2 because of that +2. And there's also a vertical stretch. The one with the correct center point, which I called the vertex, is C. D almost looks correct, except it didn't quite move all the way to the -2 for the center point. Wrong direction. And choice A is still a square root function, like the first two problems. 3 is C. Okay, using that same idea, on number 4, got another sheet of paper. On number 4, you have a cube root function again, but this time it's translated to the left 4 with that +4 and is being stretched by a factor of 2. So when I look at the pictures, which one is moving to the left 4? B moved to the right 4. C is still a square root function, but it moved to the left 4. D translated up 4. So the correct choice I'm going to use is choice A. It is the cube root function translated to the left 4, and there's a vertical stretch, which makes it look taller. Number 4 is going to be choice A. Okay, let's switch gears. Let's talk about solving some of these square root equations. Take a look at number 5. Get it down as you do. Okay, in this particular case, we're trying to isolate the square root. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. Square both sides to eliminate the square root symbol. Then solve using inverse operations. Add 3 to both sides and divide by -1. And I get my answer of -3, which is one of the choices, choice B. Okay, take a look at the one below that. Let's take a look at number 7. Oh, by the way, number 6 is very, very similar. You're just going to square both sides. 6x equals 36. And when you solve that one, number 6 should have an answer of D. X equals 6. Okay, let's take a look at number 7. Number 7 and number 8 both have a square root on both sides of the equal sign. So square roots are isolated, so you can square both sides. You eliminate the square root symbol. Then you're just solving this linear example. Subtract 1k from both sides. Add 1 to both sides. And divide both sides by 4. So number 7, I am getting an answer of k equals 2. That's choice A. And number 8, very similar again. You're going to square both sides just like you did in the previous example. And the correct answer you should get for that one is k equals 7. Okay, try those first few, and we'll look at the remaining, the future pages the next day.